Kumbheshwar Temple or Sarveshwar Temple, the second 5-story temple in Nepal. Kumbheshwar Temple is located in northern part of Patandarva Square. This temple is dedicated to Lord Shiva. The Kumbheshwar is one of the Kathmandu Valley's oldest temple. It is also one of only 2 sites in the whole of Kathmandu Valley where one may observe a 5-tiered pagoda. The other is the Nyatapola Temple in Bhaktapur. This is the second 5-story temple in Nepal. Nandi can be found kneeling in front of Kumbheshwar Temple. The origin of the site dates back to the Lichavi period. The oldest evidence of Lichavi involvement are various statues scattered throughout the compound dating from that era. There is a Lichavi period pillar used as a step for the north door on the main shrine. The early use of the temple was probably associated with water, as the Kumbheshwar stands on the site of a natural spring. The very word Kumbheshwar means Lord of the Water Pot. This 5-storied Kumbheshwar temple was founded in 1392. An inscription from that period records that the temple's benefactor was a certain Jayavim, a wealthy man who offered to construct the temple as an act of merit to cure his wife's fever. Although his wife ultimately succumbed to her illness, Jayavim remarried but followed through with his commitment, constructing the basic of the monument that we see today. However, it may have had only 2 roofs. Part of the donor inscription says, "He who offers libation from the water tank on the Shravan full moon attains heaven." The additional 3 tiers may have been added only in 1672 by King Srinivas Malla. In one legend, the heart of temple, a Kumbheshwar Lingam, arose from an incident involving Chandra, the god of the moon. Chandra persuaded Brihaspati, the master of the gods, to perform a dangerous Rajasuya sacrifice which would require the conquest of the entire planet. Even for Chandra, a god of enormous power, this was a difficult mission, and Brihaspati only reluctantly acquiesced. Despite the challenge involved, Chandra prevailed and brought the spoils of war to a treasury near the mythical world Mountain Meru. All was going well, but Chandra chanced to glance upon Brihaspati's wife Tara, who piqued his interest. Blinded by lust, Chandra carried her off and impregnated her against her will. Enraged and humiliated, Brihaspati sought the counsel of the gods, but demurred to intervene for fear of Chandra's power. In time, Shiva himself rose to the challenge but was stilled by Brahma, who urged him to spare Chandra's life if Chandra promised to return Tara to her husband. The gods then assembled to sort out the matter. However, to everyone's surprise, Chandra and Tara entered the assembly in the company of a small child. To the gods, the fathering of a child from an illicit union was a great sin, worse than Chandra's original crime. As a result, Shiva cursed Chandra by inflicting upon him a terrible illness and expelling him from the assembly. Outcast and alone, Chandra wandered through the wild forest and came upon the hermitage of Agastya, a great sage. Agastya took pity on him and counseled that he might clear away his sin by calling upon Pasupati, the lord of the animals, who might heed his prayers. Lacking other options, Chandra agreed and spent many years in atonement for his crimes, beseeching Pasupati to intercede. Pasupati ignored Chandra at first, but Chandra's sincerity softened his heart. He approached Chandra and agreed to cure his affliction in return for one small request. Chandra must establish a lingam in his honor and install Agastya as its high priest. Chandra agreed to these terms. He and Agastya trekked to the assigned spot and installed a lingam which they called Kumbheshwar. The sage then dug a deep well which supernaturally connected to the serpent or Naga's world. Rishi Agastya named this as Kumbheshwar Mahadev because this was born by invoking Mahadev in Kumbha, that is Kalas. There are 2 idols of Kumbheshwar and Sarveshwar Mahadev inside the Mahadev temple. The idol we see is a Sarveshwar Mahadev. Sarveshwar Mahadev is also known as Mrityunjaya. Sarveshwar Mahadev is also one of the 64 Shiva Lingas described in Swasthani. It is mentioned in the Puranas etc. that says Markandeya worshipped Lord Sarveshwar Mahadev and attained Asta Chiranjeevi in his short life. Hindus and Buddhists believe that if Sarveshwar Mahadev is worshipped, disease will be cured and longevity will be attained. Another legend tells of an ugly or leproscopy afflicted farmer in ancient times who wandered into the area to harvest grass. One day, while taking a break, the farmer walked into the fertile soil and went to drink water from a nearby tank. Finding it to be pure and sweet, he drank his fill. Then a miracle happened. He discovered that his face, formerly ugly, was now restored to a fair appearance. When the farmer walked home, he happened to pass by the king, who noted his changed appearance. To commemorate his transformation, the king decreed that he be called Lalita, meaning beautiful, alluding not just to his features but to the name of the forest where his transformation happened. Then, at night, the farmer dreamed that a linga called Sarveshwar, another word for Kumbheshwar, might be found near the water source that he had cured his affliction. This linga became the core of Kumbheshwar Temple. As for Lalita, his name lives on in the wall for the city Lalitpur, indicating a close association with the site to the city's founding. The natural spring at the Kumbheshwar Temple complex is believed to have originated from Gosaikunda Lake. Various accounts describe pilgrims dropping at one or the other water sources and finding them again at the other. This association holds a religious significance as bathing in the water at Kumbheshwar is akin to visiting the holy lake at Gosaikunda. According to legend, an old man went to fill the Gosaikunda fair during Janai Purnima. He took a pot, promising to bring water from Gosaikunda to his daughter-in-law. But after bathing in Gosaikunda, the old man realized that pot had been left somewhere and was worried about how to carry the water. There is a legend that the daughter-in-law reached the Kumbheshwar temple at the same time and found the same pot there. It is believed that the source of the water here comes from Gosaikunda in Rasua. That is why a special fair is held here on Janai Purnima. It is not customary for neighbors to go to Gosaikunda together with their husbands and wife, as it is said that if they go together, they will be separated. However, it is found that both husband and wife take bath and worship in Kumbheshwar. On the day of Janai Purnima, locals from Patan, Chapagaon, Harsiddhi, Thaiba, Tapakhel, Sunakoti, Bungamati, Kokana, Godavari Valley and other places goes to this temple. Devotees who have gone to the fair have a tradition of taking bath, tying Raksha Bandhan, changing Janai and worshipping there. On the day of Janai Purnima, it is customary to eat liquid dish made by mixing 9 types of vegetables. The practice of Kuati seems to have come from the Newar community in particular. Now, people of all communities eat Kuati on the day of Janai Purnima. The custom of eating Kuati is also seen to be connected with agriculture, occupation and health. It is also taken in the sense that if you make a liquid of different beans with spice and eat it, you will get rid of cold caused by farming during the rainy season. Thank you.